So our core difference is that our model is through the social model of disability, which is championed by the disability community. This stands in comparison to the medical model of disability, which really places mental illness as a pathologized experience within our bodies.
So they were concerned, and rather than asking that I check back in with a counselor or have some follow-up, they instead immediately sent a emergency services vehicle, had me taken to the hospital, and from the hospital, which was a rather stressful experience, they sent me to a psychiatric facility.
And outside of these systems, students are at the forefront of change. They always have been.
The existence of these protests indicate that students do not trust the systems of care and they don't trust these institutions. So we can argue back and forth all day as to whether or not they should trust them, but the fact of the matter is they don't, and they need an alternate system of care that they can turn to.
Gradually I began to learn kind of these problems that I had never really seen before. Things like forced medical leave, things like surveillance culture.
During my freshman year at Brown, I had a severe self-harm episode in which, instead of choosing to seek supports on campuses, I decided to scotch tape part of my leg together and risk severe infection so that I wouldn't be kicked out of Brown.
RISD's health services and administration never got consent from me, and that was incredibly frustrating and traumatic. I was there for about a week, and it was a bit of a fight to get the administration to understand what had happened and understand that I did not, in fact, need to be in that facility or drop spring semester, which was also their recommendation.
The institutions I had taken for granted. I had trusted them, being kind of gullible and earnest. I had believed that everything they did was for us. It was for our benefit. I was enraged. Why is it like this? Why is no one communicating with us? Why are they just assuming that they know better just because they're older or they have more authority?
During my first semester at Brown, I was transitioning between two serious antidepressants, going through withdrawal, not at my mental best. And my first month of school, I was offered a leave of absence by someone from Student Support Services. It was my first communication with the school. I didn't necessarily know what information was confidential and what wasn't, who had particular information about my health issues. As something that another student said to me that we hear a lot is, I just got into Brown. Do I want to give them a reason to think that they made a mistake? Yes, we want students to graduate, we want them to be successful, but we want them to be alive at the end of it.